My husband always says that, you created a problem for every caterer. I had to employ people, train them. Again, they didn't know what is going on, why are we doing this. But then their clients, when they said, "Aaj aapki bhabhi ne lagaya hai na," they started
addressing.
Yes, I need to make my own, not name, but personality of my own. So Vaibhav again told me, this is set now. Now what? I'm like, this is finally set, Vaibhav, let me take a breath. No, now what? This is still happening. Now you take full decor.
Oh. Hi guys, welcome back to the TheDiviShow. You're on episode number 37. आज हम आ गए हैं मालवा नगर इंडस्ट्रियल एरिया में. It's so beautiful to see so many domains working in the same environment and लोगों का दिनचर्या शुरू हो गया है. Everyone has come in for their work and हम भी निकल गए अपने काम के लिए. That is bringing you some new motivation, fresh motivation for this week. So I have a marketing agency, right? And मेरे ज़्यादातर clients are into F&B and hospitality. And as far as I can see, it is a really difficult industry to function in. जितना ऊपर से दिखता है ना कि अरे यार इसका तो कैफ़े है, क्या मस्त छाप रहा है, ये तो लोग बैठे रहते हैं और अच्छी कमाई हो जाती होगी, कितना टाइम पास वाला जॉब है, कुछ मेहनत नहीं करनी पड़ती. On the back end, I see these entrepreneurs working so hard every day. मतलब हर एक घंटा when they are functional, they are anxious about the fact that nobody is coming या इतनी टेबल गई या 20% टेबल गई and whatever. Hospitality business again on the forefront. It's very joyous और parties हो रही हैं और ये हो रहा है, but when you actually see the reality, the back end जहाँ पे सारा staff काम कर रहा है या all the aspects of business come into place, it's so difficult to manage something like this. And the work timings, oh my god, I can't even tell you, because my domain is shifting to F&B and hospitality. मेरा पूरे दिन का काम हो जाता है, like starting from 10 till there's an event that we have to cover, किसी की हमको PR करना है, तो we end our day at 12 in the night also. So yeah, not my point being, not a very easy industry to work in. आज जो हमारी गेस्ट आ रही है, she joined her father-in-law's business, not even her father's, and उन्होंने already इतने successful business को, she turned so many folds into it. We are talking about Divolka Gyanjee. She is now a part of the Gyanjee Caterers, and not just Gyanjee Caterers anymore. It has moved into so many dimensions. There is Ras by Gyanjee. She started Gyanjee Foundation. She worked on this Salt Festival that happened a couple of years back in Jaipur. And yeah, she's, I think, bringing about a new culture for Jaipur to see, and I'm so excited to get her on board and go on a ride with her. So stay tuned guys, I'll see you in the end. Hello. Oh, so sweet, thank you. I'm on a sugar fast वैसे तो I won't be able to try it. But I'm sure my parents would love it. Hi, how are you?
All good.
You can, I think you can wear it on your belt. I usually do that. Ever since I've seen your Ghevars na, वो वाले Nutella and then Biscoff and a lot of stuff. That was your idea?
It was a very family kind of thing. In 2020, we were just sitting at home, so I said that let's do something with mithais, like in a gifting way.
Yeah.
Our desi mithais, and then dheere then I love Nutella, so I was like, let's put Nutella on it.
Yeah.
Then Biscoff, I think was my brother-in-law's idea. Let's do Biscoff. Like, everyone said that apna favorite jiska bhi jo hai.
What all flavors are there in those boxes?
So we
the
have
experimental one.
We do mango also in mango season. We do coffee. We do Nutella, and then we do Biscoff. We are thinking of coming up with one more, which is a cult favorite. Yes, so let's see how that works out.
Amazing. So how is it going for you, Abhi? How are days like? I'm sure with Diwali and the wedding season, it's crazy.
It's crazy. Plus catering. and we're getting all sorts of calls about Dahi. It's like rus ke calls hai, catering ke calls hai. And then I've just become a mother 10 months ago.
Yes.
So that is a different thing going all together.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you, but must do it, taking one day at a time.
I'm sure. It sounds too much already.
Yeah.
And we have just dived into it.
Yes.
So, how did you plan on joining Gyanjee? When was the day when you were like, okay, let's do this?
Okay. So basically, when I got married, I was working in a school. I was teaching 11-12 psychology, and I was very happy with my job. I had a pretty cool 8 to 2 job where I used to come back and have all the chutti I can.
Yeah.
And sham ka time also, evening was all mine.
Yeah.
Then Vaibhav actually took me to a wedding, which was like
Catered.
Catered by us, but it was a very fancy wedding in Jaipur. And he said that there was someone who was doing a table styling kind of a thing. And at that time it was a very new norm. Someone from London had come to do that, so that thing wasn't occurring in India that much. So he was like that, I've always thought of doing this, but I never got someone to help me out in that. So I was like, I'm very happy in my job, I don't know if I want to do it. And so just one statement he said that changed my life. I feel that he said that the potential you have, you're not able to reach that, I feel, in your job. So, but then I said no, I don't want to leave my job, I don't want to leave my independency. So he said let's do one thing, do half and half, part-time. Just see if you're enjoying this more, then leave your job. If you're not, then go back to your job. Then one thing led to another, and I really started enjoying it. And
how were your initial days like at Gyanjee?
It was difficult because clients didn't know the concept. I had to make the demand. There was supply. I was giving something new, which they didn't know they needed. So it was very difficult. So initially, we would just put it out there. I would just design trays and put it out there. फिर वो धीरे-धीरे, when word of mouth हुआ, they liked it, photographs and everything. Then people started asking Vaibhav that, oh, your wife is doing something new. We don't know what she's doing, but people have been talking, our children have been talking, so we want to do that. So, and now is something that people want me in the meeting anyhow, because they know that the event and the presentation of the food will be in same line. And so much so, I feel so happy that now in Jaipur every caterer is doing that. So I love that thing, that
the fact that you started it.
And everyone has to do it. My husband always says that you created a problem for every caterer. And some of them have told Vaibhav that your wife has created a problem. It was a more simple game before. But
what's the difficult part about it? Break down styling for us.
So basically, an event person, like for example, the theme is black and gold, or they are going for a Great Gatsby theme. Now the Great Gatsby theme needs to come on the buffet table also. Now how do we do that? Now all the events are grand. You can do a lot of stuff there. Now I have a 6x2 table. Now how do I bring the Great Gatsby theme there so that when people are eating food, they don't lose the charm कि भाई ये event का ये theme है. So then it goes from selecting the right tables, designing the name card, the tray, the toothpick, the tissue paper holder, everything. Very minute detail जो कल नहीं भी हो, नहीं समझ आता, but when it's there, that makes all the difference.
It's the details that actually matter.
You don't know why the buffet is looking so good, but the people who pay attention to it, they come to know.
So it's the buffet spread as well as the sitting table?
No, that's event thing. The round table sitting and all is event thing. But the food, wherever the food is laid out, that's my job.
Oh, wow.
So event decor person does the round table and all those things. We do our buffet tables, trays.
Wonderful. And I'm sure that didn't stop there. After table setting, you have gotten into so much more.
That did. Then you know, I had to employ people, train them again. They didn't know what is going on, why are we doing this. My butlers also, I had to earn so much respect from them. They were like, भाभी जी आती हैं, करती हैं. They like time pass कर रही है, भाभी जी पता नहीं हम तो इतने साल से बड़े बड़े लोगों को खिला रहे हैं, this and that. But then their clients, when they said आज आपकी भाभी जी ने लगाया है ना, then it started, you know, they started addressing. Yes. They came to know that oh, what she is doing is important. So पहले butlers को मैं फोन करती थी, please ऐसे कर दे, ऐसे कर देना. Now they used to come, आप आ रहे हो ना, तो हम नहीं करेंगे फिर. So that was a difficult journey, but ठीक है. Then I got my own team. Now I have 4 to 5 people in my team who go. Then again, my husband, again, he's someone who's always motivated me. So Vaibhav again told me, this is set now. Now what? I'm like, this is finally set, Vaibhav, let me take a breath. No, now what? This is still happening. Now you take full decor. Oh. Okay. So I was like, chalo, theek hai. That started in 2019, where I did a wedding of his childhood friend. And we've been, all 3 of us have been friends in school. Right. So that started from that. Then 2020 hit. So of course, कुछ नहीं हुआ वैसे. But उसके बाद, again when the events started, I get good amount of events, but I consciously do just 1 event a month because I don't want to hamper my quality. Like catering wise as well, and other things also, because I'm handling RAS as well, I'm handling Gyanjee Foundation. So I don't want other things to get hampered. So yeah, I'm doing that decor as well.
Wow. That's too much on the plate. Yes. Except good food. So how old is Gyanjee? Let's go back on what it's a 3-generation old.
Yes, in catering. Yes. Yes, and then food wise, this is Vaibhav's is the 7th generation in food. Oh, so it dates back when Vaibhav's great grandfather was in a village called Fagi. And they used to make the best gulgule, the meethe gulgule, gud ke and all those gulgules होते हैं ना जो अपन पूजा में भी खाते हैं. अच्छा, the round balls, wala. They used to make. So the royalty of Jaipur invited them to make gulgules, and they were in the halwais of royal kitchen. And they started doing that, and then one by one. And then catering was, they had a hotel previously that had to shut down, and Vaibhav's Dadaji, that is Gyanjee, he along with his brothers started the first catering. So इससे पहले महाराज बैठते थे, तो per plate system राजस्थान में introduce इन लोगों ने किया कि ऐसे भी हो सकता है.
Like per plate, as in we'll
per
do a
plate
buffet.
पैसे, हाँ, per plate भी पैसे लगते हैं.
ओह, तो पहले कैसे होता था?
पहले महाराज आते थे, वो उनको आपने घी दे दिया, इंग्रेडिएंट्स दे दिए, उन्होंने बना दिया, उन्होंने अपनी दिहाड़ी ले ली, सर्विस चार्ज ले लिया और हो गया काम. आपने क्रॉकरी कहीं और से मंगा ली, वो सब आपको ही मैनेज करना पड़ता था. तो अब केटरिंग 1 point stop हो गया ना. It's our headache with butlers and everything.
I really want to know about the Salt Fest that you did. It looked fascinating. I couldn't attend it for some reason. But just the hype around it, and how much could you conquer in just 2 seasons? You did 2 seasons?
No, I did only 1.
Only 1? Acha. Only 1 season, and then you had like Indian Ocean performing, you had like Pooja Dhingra coming in, and so much happening. Like, how could you first of all execute all of this? Because ऐसे ideas I'm sure बहुत लोगों के दिमाग में आते हैं, but it doesn't come to the execution part.
I had a very small idea. Why I need to go out of Jaipur for good workshops. अगर कोई celebrity workshop chef दे रहा है, why do I need to go out? Why aren't they coming to Jaipur? So that's how it began. You know, I wanted good brands also to come and see. So I won't take any name, but a very big brand at that point of time. I told them, please come and, you know, put your products there. So Jaipur में हम कभी नहीं आएंगे. And today they have 2 outlets in Jaipur. I can't tell. So and they came after 4 or 5 years. But the moment I announced that they are coming in Salt, the CFO also got a call. So they came to know, oh my god, it's such a big, market.
Yeah.
People know, वो ज़्यादा ही होता है, वो जयपुर से हो.
हाँ, it's a tier 2
वहाँ
city.
road भी है क्या? अभी भी people, some of them ask. I've lived in Bombay for quite a long time and they used to ask, वहाँ road है क्या?
Camel पे चलते हैं क्या सब?
So I somehow wanted to put Jaipur on that food map.
Okay.
So then that happened and then I got great funding. So I wanted higher footfall. Now अब क्या करें? चलो Indian Ocean को बुला लेते हैं. So that's how it started.
Yeah.
And my second reason was for doing that was I had joined Gyanjee. I had a different work, but still I thought that I need to come out of Gyanjee's shadow.
Right.
I can't. I need to make my own, not name, but personality of my own. So.
And which year was this?
2018.
2018.
Yeah.
Right before lockdown.
Yeah.
Was that the reason why?
Yes,
the second...
we actually thought it became so big, so we thought we'll do it in alternate years.
Yeah.
But then this thing hit, so I was like, chalo. And now I feel like it's become so big, I don't know if I can top that. So I've just...
What's become so big?
The Salt in one season only became so big.
Oh.
So I'm thinking whether I can top that again or not, because the expectations...
But trust me, if you attempt to do it for the second time, I'm sure you will. The market is huge
now, yes.
And then you have like a case study of your own to showcase. Okay, we could accomplish this in just the first season. I am so looking forward to it, because now I have also been a small part of this F&B and hospitality through marketing. So I understand, like, people need of the hour is to attend such workshops and to be more and more aware of it.
So I'm going to Bangalore, then I'm going to Delhi, I'm going to Hyderabad, and I'm like, this is so weird.
Yeah.
If I want to learn this, none of them is happening in Jaipur. Why?
Yeah.
So I was a bit offended, I think.
I think it's the problem that you tried to solve, and whenever you try to do that, it's always it comes as a blessing, I think, to entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
You started Gyanjee Foundation also in which year?
I started it in planned to start it in 2019. Yes, after the death of Mr. Gyanjee himself. So I wanted कि कुछ उनके food से related ही हो, तो हमारे सारे contribution food से related हो, which would keep his legacy alive.
Wow.
So हम सब food से related करते हैं.
And what's the vision there? As in, like, you provide food to
so right now every week we are providing food to Zomato, Swiggy delivery guys.
Okay.
So we go to different places, and especially on Sunday, because उनका काम सबसे ज़्यादा on Sunday होता है.
Yeah.
So we give them chai, snacks and things like those, because we truly feel that they deliver the world, but no one asks them.
Yeah, feeding the feeders.
Yes, and the first time when we did that, literally they were so emotional that आज तक हमसे किसी ने पानी तक नहीं पूछा है. So they were overwhelmed. So we are doing that. In 2020, when we started off, वो जब lockdown was happening, so we were feeding 300 to 400 street dogs every day, and also people in hospitals. So we used to park our vans in front of different governmental hospitals and give them free food. So we were giving food to sweepers also, attendants also, all people. Because at that time again, there was a lot of scarcity.
Yeah. The fact that the CSR is coming from a very emotional point of view is so
food is very important to my family. So I had to do something related to it.
What's your favorite dishes at Gyanjee?
It's my favorite dish I love Oriental at Gyanjee's. I've been always a Chinese person, and I love the fact that they do it exceptionally well.
Yeah.
So
how is the food thing, like, how is dinner like at a caterer's house?
At a caterer's house, the simplest it can be, because we literally, like, now the season has started, we'll all be having it at our catering. We like to do that because quality check and everything, and we like our food catering ka bhi. But if we are at home, it will be simplest. And if I ask Vaibhav, he's like dal and roti, to sabzi bhi nahi. So it is simplest at home. We don't want anything.
Sweet. How is your 10-month-old? What's his name?
Dhanam.
Dhanam.
Yes.
Oh. Where does the inspiration?
The inspiration comes out from Vaibhav, my husband. So I wanted a synonym of, if I have a boy, I wanted someone to be like Vaibhav only.
Oh, so that's so
that
cute.
Came out from Vaibhav means luxury.
Yeah.
You know? So Dhanam means वैसे money, but also dearest treasure, and again luxury and all those things.
Oh wow.
So I came up with Dhanam.
Beautiful. And how is it like being a mommy? And
I am loving being a mom, but somewhere the career-oriented woman is also very insecure. That what if I get too lazy with the child, or I get too comfortable with only being with him, which I love, and maximum of the time I am with him. I take him to the office also. Every day he's coming to the office.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's at sites also.
Yeah.
So I want him to be part of my career as well. Because I want him to know that both his parents are working and both are equally, doing their job.
Right.
And I want to raise my boy also like that. I always wanted to have a girl, but okay, now I have a boy, so I want to raise him so that he knows the difference, that gender neutral
Right.
things.
Right.
Let's see.
But how are exhausting hours like for you? I'm sure.
Very exhausting, because he gets up at 6. Even if I've come late the other night, he gets up at 6. But I also want to get up at 6 and do all his chores, be part of it.
I was just talking about how F&B and hospitality in the introduction, that it looks very fancy bahar se, but it's like you are doing 2 jobs. कि दिन का job तो करना ही है with the staff and everything, and then if you have an event तो वो रात भी पूरी तुम्हारी.
So everyone is attracted to that fame and popularity in F&B. कोई भी F&B से आप वो ले लो, but उसके पीछे कितने hours लगते हैं. How much things you put it into it, and it's a service industry at the end of the day. अगर खाने में नमक भी है, पर मेरा client आके बोले नमक नहीं था, तो मुझे sorry बोलना पड़ेगा. I am sorry. ठीक है.
Hospitality मतलब on the forefront ऐसा लगता है कि सब सही है.
And you
we
get
have it
fame,
all under control.
Name,
and you were doing parties.
Yeah, रातों रात अगर एक खाना अच्छा हो गया ना, everyone will be calling us and things like that. But that's scary also, because the things you put in, and अगर आपका खाना एक दिन अच्छा नहीं हुआ तो क्या? So to get consistency, you need to put in more and more into it.
So it's a tough job, man. I was मतलब मैंने इस इंटरव्यू के लिए कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं लिखा, क्योंकि मुझे लग रहा था कि मैं जब तक आपसे आपकी सारी डोमेन्स पे बात करूंगी तब तक इंटरव्यू खत्म हो जाएगी. तो वी आर लेफ्ट विद 2 more. We are left with Ras, we are left with Ttyohar. So Ttyohar is your recent baby.
Yes.
But let's start with Ras. How did Ras happen, and then what's Ttyohar and more about it?
So Ras happened in 2020 when we were sitting at home, totally bored, didn't know what to do. So I was just sitting with Vaibhav and I was like, let's do something mithai oriented, but not something extravagant.
Right.
तो कम करो लेकिन अच्छा करो. Like एक single product निकालो, 2 single product निकालो जो वो हर जगह निकले, because there is a very famous case study of FedEx, if you know. शुरुआत में FedEx wasn't doing well because वो हर तरीके के छोटे बड़े हर तरीके की चीजें courier करता था. And market में there were a lot of competitors for that. So what did FedEx CEO did was, let's courier only heavy stuff. So then it started, let's FedEx it. अगर कुछ बड़ा है, let's FedEx it. Right. So with that mentality, Ras was started. Let's do things that we are only good at, and we knew that we are good at Ghevar.
Okay.
So let's do Ghevars only. We started with that. अभी धीरे धीरे we are increasing, but our forte will always remain Ghevar. Ghevar being something that we made a world record also of it.
Yeah. How many
Ghevar.
kgs were
120.
Oh man.
and 6 feet.
And who finished it all? Like, I could see the stories. I'm like, ye kha kaun hai?
We had called a lot of people and NGOs as well.
Oh.
So they took it with them and distributed among children. And
Oh wow.
so, yeah, and
So with Ras, you have done Ghevars. What else in the mithai segment?
we are doing halwas, we are doing pista loch. So we don't want to get into the monkey business of doing fusion. I did fusion in 2021, but I felt that let's be OG only.
Yeah.
जो अच्छी मिठाइयाँ, देसी घी की, देसी चीजें वो ही करना चाहिए.
हाँ.
So now we are into pista loch, badam loch, Ghevar, halwas are also, people love that, so we do that. Baked bundi.
Wow. And then tell us more about Ttyohar.
Ttyohar, again, I was talking to my friend Gauri, who we are in partnership.
Gauri
Rawat from Omre. I was just discussing that, oh, Diwali aa raha hai and I have to make those hampers. अब किसके पास जाऊँ या किसी को नहीं जानते ये नहीं. Then ऐसे बात करते करते we came to a point that ऐसा एक single point होना चाहिए जहाँ सब लोग आएं. Right, एक ही जगह पे सबको गिफ्टिंग का मिल जाए. And it's not happening in Jaipur. Everyone, people are doing apparels. Yeah. Everything, everywhere there's clothes. It's become a bit, I think, monotonous. So we thought that let's do only gifting. And we decided this on 1st October. And Gauri said yes. And I was like, ठीक है, चालू कर लेते हैं आज से. So this was 22 days का. You turned it around in 22 days.
Wow.
1st October ko we decided and 22nd October ko
you launched.
Yes, we launched it, and it was a good turnout, an amazing turnout of around, I think we had a footfall of 1,000 people, which we were very happy with.
Oh wow. Where did this happen?
This happened at her house, which is a perfect place at Maan House. She has a big house and her mother does amazing, gardening.
Yeah.
So we had these bade आंवले का पेड़, उसके बीच में we did it. So it was very cozy kind of an evening.
Wow.
So yeah,
I've seen a lot of like young people, younger generation getting into older businesses, and their major focus is social media पे हम डालना start करते हैं, reels बनानी शुरू करते हैं. That's the perspective, and the fact that you brought new tens of new, I'm sure there were many, but वो execution में नहीं आए होंगे. But the fact that you executed so many things, and now that you have Ttyohar, I'm wishing all the luck for Ttyohar. And since the Ttyohar season is also coming.
Yes, that was the whole idea.
Yeah,
and the
to
name
do
also,
it ASAP.
Yeah, and the name also came up that way only because I said, Gauri, you think about the name, I'll think about the name. And suddenly it clicked me that festival is Ttyohar. And I picked up the phone and I told her that, let's do Ttyohar. And she was like, you kept the phone and Ttyohar clicked me. But then I thought that you'll be saying it's too desi. I said, no, let's do full desi stuff. Because I feel nowadays people are going back to their roots.
Yeah.
And वो देसी में जो मजा है evergreen चीजें हुई है.
Right.
तो yeah. And वो जो social media you're saying, I still remember Gyanjee में I wasn't into married into the family. But I told Vaibhav that you should start your page and everything, and he was like, oh, my word of mouth is everything. Let it be. And I was like, अच्छा ठीक है, let me start your page and let's see how it goes around. And I started posting, and he started getting the clients who had their events in future. He started getting calls कि आपने वो Instagram पे लगाया था, वो हमें वैसा सा ही चाहिए, and things like that. Then he started realizing that, oh yes, this is important. So we don't have that much followers, but we have good clientele who've been following us, and now also we get random people calling us that we saw your page or your website. We want to do, we want you to do the wedding. So yeah, that's true.
It automatically becomes like a portfolio.
Yes.
And a catalog. So I love the age of new visiting cards where social media are because every time anyone tells me about a new brand, my first instinct is going on Instagram and searching for them.
Before Googling also, nowadays we go to Instagram. That's what I feel.
100%. What are the plans with Ttyohar now?
Now we'll have more time to plan. We'll start before, but it's going to be only once a year.
Yeah.
Because since Gauri is also busy in her business and I'm busy in mine.
Okay, so you're planning to keep like a limited stock and then...
No, it wasn't a limited stock kind of a thing. So people were there for their marketing. That हम ये सब कर रहे हैं.
Okay.
Gifting us is the thing. I feel that it takes a lot of time to think, and then a family decides कि क्या देना है क्या नहीं. So it was when we brought in all the vendors also, we told them it's more of a marketing thing.
Okay.
We are going to call the whole family, which whole families came, but you don't take decision like that.
Right.
So it was people showed their goods. They wanted to sell, they could. But later on, and मतलब जितने भी हैं, they all got good leads. अगर मैं अभी भी I'm calling them, they got good leads from all the event fraternity.
Okay, so Ttyohar is a curation of different vendors.
Yes.
Okay.
Not us.
Oh, wow.
So we had 45 plus brands.
Wow.
Yes, we had really good brands from Coach Silver, Vyom, to ladies who've never put it out there, and we encouraged them that you just put it out for the sake of it, doing it. And they were so happy because they also got good leads. We got a lot of homegrown brands as well.
Right.
They all got leads, so we were very happy about it.
With community building and events, I feel keeping people in your memory is so important, you know, fitting the right person at the right place and giving them the opportunity of...
So half of them Gauri was working with, half of them I'm working with the vendors. So we brought them all together and people were like, oh, Jaipur mein itne log the.
Hey, hame nahi pata.
Haan. Now next
when you bring them all together, it's more... It becomes a voice of its own.
Yes. And most of them were women, so we were very happy about it. That they are all coming forward.
Yeah.
Now next year we are planning to bring brands from outside, but we will keep from here as well. We are not going to leave the essence कि Jaipur के भी homegrown brands ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. So we'll be bringing forward them, but also from outside Jaipur because we'll be having more time. The number of them we contacted, they were all already busy, putting up somewhere, and because bookings happen 3 months prior.
Yeah. And still, you know, the fact that it was so impromptu and it was... Ttyohar was everywhere for a day or two, everywhere, every story that I was seeing. So, kudos to you for putting that plan into action, I feel. बहुत लोग ये चीज़ नहीं करते.
I used to trouble Gauri saying every day because I used to get frustrated. ना इतना कम time था. Why did you said yes? Why did you? And on the day of Ttyohar, I was like, thank you for saying yes. Because कोई भी ऐसा लगता है ना, अरे नहीं करते, अगले साल कर लेंगे. हाँ, ठीक है, अगले साल कर लेंगे.
कोई भी अक्टूबर में खड़ा होएगा तो उसे यही लगेगा कि यार अब तो गया सीजन.
हाँ, बस. And इतनी जल्दी कौन लगाएगा? क्यों लगाएगा?
Wow, this is a brilliant idea of having a lot of companies together. I'm wishing you all the luck for all the little brands and babies that you have curated over the years with Gyanjee. And sending you all the good wishes. Hope you keep growing and hope you bring Salt Festival again. I would love to attend this time, I'm sure.
I'll try.
Yes, please. I am giving you all the motivation.
You have.
December में कर लो, बस season आ गया.
नहीं अभी शादी का सीजन है. अभी लोगों की शादियां निपटानी है.
I hope you have a crazy season.
Thank you.
This festive and wedding season is crazy for Gyanjee.
Yes.
And sending you all the luck.
Thank you for having me and doing this fantabulous job.
It was a pleasure. Thank you guys. See you in the next episode. Bye bye. Thank you guys for watching this episode till the end. I hope this one gave you a lot of motivation to actually putting and executing your plans into action. मुझे भी बहुत motivation मिली है to actually do that. और हम काफ़ी सारे plans तो बना लेते हैं but we never execute them. And I absolutely loved her vibe. इतना calmly उन्होंने सब कुछ अपने she broke down an entire entrepreneurial journey with us. and it was so heartwarming to see that. A friend of hers, Akriti Periwal, I have covered her on my show as well. She is also a female entrepreneur who joined her in-laws family business and grew it into tenfold, and a mother as well. So you will get even more motivated to either join family businesses or do something of your own and push through, because the initial days are definitely difficult, but after a point of time when you have done something on your own terms, the feeling is amazing, and how much authority you have over your life, it truly changes you. So I hope this was motivational enough, and don't worry if it was not, we will still come back with another episode very, very soon. Meanwhile, watch this video and go subscribe on our channel to keep motivating us to do more videos for you. Thank you so much, guys. Bye bye.